Something happened recently that reminds me of a story that Rory Sutherland once told. So imagine, for instance, that you own a five-star hotel, and then you hire a consultant to help you look at your business and your processes to help you figure out ways you can cut costs and be more efficient. So the guy comes in, looks at your business thoroughly, and then tells you that you're doing fantastically well, but there's one thing you're doing wrong. He then looks at you and asks you, why are you paying this man $40,000 every year when you can actually fire him and put an automatic door there? And for the first time you think about it, on paper it makes absolute sense. Suddenly you start doing mental calculations, calculating how much you save in 5 years by just firing this guy and replacing it with an automatic door. So you agree, and fiam, the doorman is gone and everything is going according to plan. But then 2 years later, you wake up to realize that the hotel is in shambles. It's no longer doing as well as it used to. Customers are also not as enthusiastic as they used to be. And then finally, it dawns on you. That doorman you sacked was not just opening and closing doors. Apparently, he had a way of making customers feel so welcome. He would help them carry their bags, he would help them hail cabs, he would help them do anything they needed to do. In fact, he was the first human interaction guests would have with the hotel. And he has a way of making them feel so important. And that feeling of being valued is the reason why so many of the customers keep coming back. But now he's gone. And so are the customers. This is called the Doorman Fallacy. It is what happens when companies remove something just because it looks inefficient on paper. But in reality, that thing contributes so much value in ways that are very hard to measure. And something very similar is happening right now. A couple of months back, Duolingo, a brand people love so much, decided that AI is the way to go and started firing people left, right, and center. On paper, it made a lot of sense, but there was one problem. Those tutors that they fired, they were not just preparing lessons. They were a key part of the reason why people love the platform so much. And once they were replaced, people started complaining en masse and people started abandoning the app. Even their share price nosedived as a result. The truth is that in business, it's not everything that brings value that is easy to measure. Sometimes, when companies optimize for efficiency, they end up removing the very things that make people love the brand or product in the first place. As AI continues to improve, more and more companies will adopt it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with optimizing your processes or adopting AI. Just be sure to do it in such a way that you don't end up stripping your products or your brand of the very things that make people love it in the first place.